and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Shit on you. And then I'm like, this is some bullshit. Because in Switzerland, we go to jail for a little bit, but we talk about 6 months plus a recovery plan, plus good, plus all the insurance stuff. Like it's not that simple. It's not that. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. And then I'm like, they are not here for me. I'm not the big fish, of course.
Yeah.
So they want to force me to give somebody up. And at that night, they're like, listen, I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's like, well, the only way you can get out of this, or just that you just have to write a statement right now. And I actually did that. And I said, everything belongs to me in the house. Because I'm like, you don't got arrested, but it's anyway my house. We don't have to all go down. It was like a scary decision because he's like, you're about to do 25 years. I was 24, 5 days before my 25th birthday.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, first of all, it is my fault. And second of all, it can't be that serious. But he showed me then the little, thing they have with all the years. So that night, I went back to jail. They asked me again, do you want to change your mind or whatever? I'm like, no. So they processed me. And then you get this free lawyer. And the free lawyer she's horrible, man. I mean, she even said to
We
the
call them
judge,
the public pretenders. That's what we call them.
yeah, no, she's horrible. So they set my bail for 300,000 and they offered me 15 years for the first offer. So I'm like, I don't want it. Right. And then I had a 60-second call, and I remember that goddamn call. I called my that time fiance, and I'm like, well, I don't know exactly what's happening right now. He's like, listen, you have 60 seconds. You're going to go to Rikers Island. Don't talk to nobody. Stay to yourself. Don't start no fights. Don't tell nobody whatever it is. And just stay like, just don't be fancy or whatever. And I'm like, where am I going? What is Rikers Island? What is that?
Please don't let's not talk about that right now. We got a few more minutes before we get into that.
All right. But that was basically, and then I hired lawyers, when you have lawyers. Yeah.
Who do they want you to rat out?
You don't want to know.
No, I mean, would it be your connect, or would it be
The connect? They definitely came with that, right? But then when I hired lawyers, so this is the thing, they took all my money and all this stuff from the house. So I had no liquid money, but I know I put money in all kinds of insurances all over the place. Now, not in the States, outside the States. And I'm like, let me collect all this money.
Allegedly. I don't know anything.
But actually, because it was for citizen, I'm just saying.
Okay, that's right.
I know. Yeah, there's ways around things. No, it wasn't illegal money. So anyway, at that point, when I got a lawyer, they actually told me, they're like, I have never seen a case like this. I mean, first of all, until I found one that want to take my case, it was a long process because most of them were like, oh no, I don't want to deal with this, right? I mean, because you're gonna lose. So I can't promise you anything. Maybe the best I can do for you is 5 if you do this and this and this. And I'm like, So I found these two ladies, and they actually said the crazy part is they don't care about your connect. They want to have names from all your clients. Give them up. And I'm like, that would make me the same person that just did that to me. You know what I mean? And I was so confused why he would do that. And the first time my fiance came to visit me, he's like, look, I know you don't know the system, but he's a snitch. He's a rat. He sets you up. Like he's like, he is the connect of the other guy. The other guy is a DA undercover that I sold the drugs to because he was never in my case. So when you go to court, you have a co-defendant, right? There was no co-defendant. It's just a cop that is talking about you with all the tapes and stuff. And the guy that sets you up is out there doing some more scandalous stuff. And when my fiance went to talk to him and confront him, he's like, well, he just offered me another deal with some crystal meth. And he's like, I just walked out the feds and he's offering me that. And he's out there. No, it's very clear what's happening here. And then later on, I found out it comes back to the BMF scandal.
Oh, the BMF, which, gosh, I don't know. You're not familiar with that, Giles.
What's BMF?
BMF was the black mafia family they started in Detroit, and then they were connected to they actually were connected through Puffy through a murder that happened at a club in Atlanta. But
yeah, music wise.
Yeah, music wise as well.
BMF basically a lot with the music industry.
They were big, very big, very big.
It was bad,
Yeah, actually, most of the guys have gotten out. A lot of guys did 10, 15, but the leaders, they still, both of them are still in prison.
One of them just came out. Southwest T just came out.
Yeah, Southwest T got out. That's right.
She's still in, but there's so many people connected, and I think people who were connected with certain like status or whatever, they didn't want to like go down like that, I guess, you know.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.